All right, so this is the truth. I want to say this that a lot of people I never understood as we talk about police brutality and parenting and all this other stuff. I'm gonna put some verses on the title. I'm gonna try to do that if I can have spaces. Why do a lot of people who claim to be Christian who are stewards, whether it be a police officer or they are a parent, do not practice 2 Timothy chapter 2, 24, 26, where it says correcting kindness? I never understood how people ignore that. Because I don't want no authority figure that's going to be a theatricus. And anyone know a theatricus was in third John chapter. No, there's no chapter in third John, but in third John, Saint John had taught about a man in the ninth and 10th verses who was a demurring, wolf in sheep clothing person, and they kicked theatricus out. And a lot of these cops, teachers, parents, that's why people don't respect authority, because they have poor examples. Okay, you talking about respect your parents, but how can you respect parents who have poor examples if they act like a devil? One thing in Christianity that I read, that I researched, it talk about mutual respect. Respect those when we treat it. It includes your children and it includes your parents. But it's like people wants to have a partiality complex. Well, one person with a title has respect, and the other, the bottom, get treated like doormats and like roaches on the floor. And that's one thing that I don't understand how. And then people, when I talk about police, when I talk about respect authority, I wish they start twisting Paul's word. I'm glad that St. Peter wrote in the third chapter of 2 Peter 15, 17 that Paul's teaching hard to understand, the ignorant, unstable, will distort them as do others, should therefore be on guard. And there's no personal scriptures, but I'm not Protestant, okay? In Second Peter chapter 1, verse 20, 21. Also, I'm not Protestant because Protestant was based on personal interpretation of scripture. The truth of the matter is, I'm not a perfect person, I'm not a holy roller, don't get me wrong, I make a lot of mistakes on this YouTube channel, but the reason why I never understood how someone can defend police brutality, child abuse of a parent or whatever. I'm not shocked about the Malaya Davis case, because they want minority children, children of color, African descent, Hispanic, or anybody of color to be abused. In the state of Texas alone, we have the highest child abuse death cases in this state of the whole country. And so if we have police brutality, 9 out of 10 these parents, these people who in police forms or teachers, or they had bad parents too. They copycatting, and I'm going to say it like it is. When Janet Jackson played Penny, and remember, Rolanda had confronted Penny's mama. Penny's mama played by Kim Fields' mother. Yeah, Miss Gordon is Kim Fields from Facts of Life. That's her real mom. Okay, who played Janet Jackson's mother in Good Times. And when she had burned Penny with an iron. And the funny part is, it's not funny, but the funny part is that folks did not realize, because I hear in my own family when I used to confront them how they abused me. This is how I was done to my parents did to me. And what happened is, when Lona had told the mother, Miss Gordon, this is wrong. My mama did that to whoever did that to me. I don't see anything wrong with that. So, and think of the R. Kelly situation. You had, when our Lovey T was saying that, I understand these black women saying, well, it doesn't mean do you would ever know. Many of us in the accuracy community, and even Hispanic as well, have been taught in this country that since we're minority, second class citizens, expect second class treatment even when it comes to parenting. And even when it comes to, that's why I don't believe in parenting, because I know that that verse in Proverbs is distorted. If First Corinthians 13 says, love is not criticism and rule over injury, and rule over injury, that is abuse. So if you love your child, you don't beat them, right? Okay? People misinterpret that verse in Proverbs about whooping your kids, and actually it talks about guiding the sheep with a rod. The shepherd guy, she didn't beat the sheep with a rod, and misinterpret that verse so they can defend child abuse like folks back in slavery, as our white ancestors did to our mixed and pure black ancestors doing slavery to be enslaved by slavery in the Bible. There's no, I'm glad I always discern. It said test everything, how was good. That's on. A lot of folks say, I don't question God. No, I question human beings' interpretation of God. Don't get it twisted. The truth of the matter is, and it also says the parent supposed to not to provoke their children to anger. And a lot of these people in our community provoke our children. That's why the people don't respect authority, because like what happened in Baytown, Texas with the Hispanic dude, killed Pam Turner. He provoked her. That's why she acted the way she's not bipolar. She's schizophrenia. So if we have mental issues, they know who to go to. They go to mental. And I noticed that there's these Wolverine Chicago cops. They have mental issues too. They go after people who have mental issues so they can have an argument and excuse to the world that is blind and stupid, that everybody that was justified to shoot them or kill them or abuse them. That's what it is. I'm not stupid. Like, I don't read such. I'm not educated, whatever. Okay, duh. I know a tyrant and narcissistic personality. So point is, I never understood how people who Christian, ain't all that Christian, because they act like a bunch of Pharisees describe that Jesus, who was God in the flesh, did not like that authority, okay? Did not obey that authority, and it was a religious authority, okay? So don't come tell my brother we're supposed to respect authority. If God in the flesh didn't respect the Pharisees, God actually kicked them out in the temple for acting stupid in a temple, okay? Then what the heck you're talking about? There's good authority and bad authority, okay? There's wolves in sheep clothing. Not everybody that claims to be a reverend or a priest or a minister or father or a rabbi, whatever, is meant to be a good character. You have bad character. And so how can someone respect authority when authority has a bad character to it? Didn't St. Paul told Timothy in 1 Timothy chapter 3, in that whole chapter 3 of 1 Timothy, that the leaders' authorities' character is important. So that's why folks don't respect authority. You have Brian Encina, you have Ronald Watts in Chicago, you have Goins here in Houston. I'm going to bring his name up, but I don't trust him. The reason why I don't trust, I don't care what that title is. If your character is stupid and evil, I don't trust you, okay? And it does say in 1 Corinthians 4:2, what's called the steward should be trustworthy. If he want me, and that's why I'm not voting for Mayor Turner this year. No, I'm not voting for someone who let this happen. You got Andre Jackson out here being falsely accused of killing Jose Flores. And you have people here trying to kill this man using racial propaganda with some African DNA in Mexico and some other part of Latin America that are not Mexican, okay, besides Spanish and Native, trying to kill this man because they was told by a Hispanic man who's police chief, but the same man that's told they killed this man, killed a little boy, and this little man is saying he didn't kill him, is the same complexion as the mayor of this state, of the city. I don't understand that, and y'all talking about colorism. And I'm bringing it up. I'm getting tired of some dark-skinned people. I said something. I said, oh, dark skin as in dark brown, that color. Always mind about colorism. But when they get a position of power, they allow the anti-black and the colorism to those who are not they shade, those who are a little bit light but not too light, or they show, and I've seen it happen when a dark-skinned man or woman, I ain't gonna say just the brother, the sister too, she will show favoritism towards someone extra lighter than that person they're trying to destroy. When I worked at Stripes, a dark-skinned sister married to a Hispanic man locked up showed more and how a Hispanic man, because I was schizophrenic or bipolar. Like right I'm talking now, when I was on the drug in Vegas about a crazy doctor and MHRA, it made me slow talk, you know what I'm saying? But no, that's why I don't take medication, because I'm able to function well without it. When I was on in Vegas 10 years ago, that was I call it the voodoo drug. So in 2011, when I worked at Stripes, she showed more favor towards Hispanic folks. Then this woman, because we both acted in sin, and I declare my multiracial background, I don't deny it, and she dark skinned, but her two first husbands, one Salvadoran and one Mexican American, and her kids were from some brothers, and I never forget this, her daughter was going to Asia. I thought he was a Hispanic, Asian teenage dude. They got a child together. Okay, but I'll never forget. Yeah, she got pregnant. One more about my skin tone. Her daughter a little lighter by my complexion, by my complexion. She had a child with a Hispanic, Asian man. Okay, Asian boy, because they're both teenagers. I'm gonna sound like R. Kelly up here, but she had the same age group in high school. But her son, her dark-skinned oldest son, who was 17 years old, And I could tell she emasculated that child. He was still in the 9th grade and failing. And I'm sorry to say it like this. So everybody said something dark, cause I seen this in my own family, and I seen it with other people. This dark skinned sister, she knew my condition, having schizophrenia disorder at the time. If I was bipolar and I was in Vega and I wasn't doing too well, like I would take a long time to finish my job. But at least I would finish it, okay? And she, and you know, instead of her try to contact Image, or she was her and a lot of skinned sister with a big old fat set with a weave in her head. They would mistreat me in front of everybody, from the customers and everything else. So that's why I snitched on them behind when they asked me inappropriate questions to the corporate office down there in Corpus Christi. Yes, I sure did. I told that white man, "But don't ever that to me. I don't let nobody let me safeguard for that type of mess." That's why I do stuff like that. Anyway, I don't go along with everybody dumb to believe that it's happening. It's gonna happen in my life. God forbid that. Point is, she hired a Mexican man from Mexico who didn't speak too much English. I didn't speak Spanish to him because she didn't know how to speak no damn Spanish. And she showed him a favoritism. He one time spit in the cooler. And I said, it's funny how you on YouTube you see dark-skinned people, that color, dark brown, whine about, oh, people don't love me because my dog trouble. You have Kodak Black, excuse me from Lane, saying this, say he hate black Beaky. I mean, he said he just as dark as the people he's talking about. You have dark skin, so why by color is we'll see a high yellow brother come in, all over that man's thing. Okay, I mean nasty up here. So it's weird how that the same group of people, a few people would whine about colorism, okay? Whine about they too dark and no one love them. When they get position of power or top authority, they want the same pain dwell unto someone else in the atmosphere who are a couple shades lighter, like myself, not too light, but I'm lighter than them. And then those who are lighter, anybody accent, but show faith towards the opposite group, okay? Even though the Hispanic do have African roots besides Spanish native. I noticed that. Okay, they're American, and they'll talk about race mixing. It's wrong, but they behind closed doors sleep with a white person. Especially for age, I'm going to be real up in here. But they whine about nobody don't want them. And I ain't talking about dark-skinned people from outside the United States. I'm talking about here, the 80 in the slave mentality. I'm not talking about Amala Negra, who's a dark-skinned Afro-Latina, Afro-Mestiza Latina, Dominican woman. Her mom, her light-skinned mama raised her with some pride. That's why she ain't walk here with her head hanging down. She looking beautiful. The mentality speaks for it from the action of a person, okay? But the ones who born here, they mamas, they daddies, or should I say they mammies and pappies, where they shade are lighter, had slave plantation mentality. You want to come in and not correct them, can't change a person, but you're trying to point out the reason why you have this problem. Y'all have a slave mentality in the community. No, this how my mama raised me. Your mama and daddy had slave mentality from their white man's ancestor, where they were dark skin, light skin, and they also ancestor who was a slave, where they dark skin, light skin on a plantation. That's why we as a people actually have not progressed, because we keep including plantation-minded people. And so when I say this about this, it's funny how a dark-skinned person who's the charge of the city, and I must keep bringing the color, the dark-skinned person, because they always whine about no one don't accept them lighter, they don't want to be need them, but when they get in position, the same shit, sorry to cuss it, Lord forgive me, the same mess they whine about, they do it to others. It allows someone else even the same complexion as them. And that's all because when I left strikes and quit. I quit. I mean, I like the work, but all that drama going on, then they can use that law, the problem at will law, as an excuse to do what they want to do to me. That's the reason why I quit. Because I'm not saying about go crazy up in that damn place back 2011. I have a sister, I have a homegirl, man. She's dark skinned, she Creole. Creole Catholic, she became prize, but she went to Bologna Hispanic School. Her family from Louisiana, they Creole, and I see her family. She got high yellow people in her family too. You know what I'm saying? And but she came out dark skin, okay? And she was mistreated by the same dark skinned sister, the same dark skinned American Hispanic man who locked up, okay, was showing favoritism towards Hispanic workers, Salvadoran women that worked there. Yeah, showing them more respect over the dark skinned sister from here. See how they go? But they always whining about somebody mistreated them, and then when they talk about it's funny, they can. And the reason why they get away with this, I'm gonna bring this up, is because they look like a pure black person, someone who does not have their skin tone and hair or whatever. If you look lesser black or you look more black but not pure black, someone that's caramel like me, Tiger Woods, O.J. Simpson, Michael Jackson before his Balago, and those a lot of to Mariah Carey and what's the name, to Drake color and everything. We gotta prove to the whole world how black supposed to be. But someone that color don't have to because they look like the Africans that actually came on the ship. So they feel like Tommy Sotomayor on YouTube, they can say all the anti-black stuff because no one they not like Sammy Sosa bleaching their skin. You know what I'm saying? They not doing so they do look like they don't bleach their skin. Don't look like Kodak Black, look like Glock 9. Say they don't want no babies that color. They don't like old sisters and call them black skin, black region, and everything else. They can get away with it. You can go on YouTube or be a sister and scream how much you like, and it's funny. Like I said, it's about this color thing. When it came to Rashida Strover, she had a man at home. She wound about Kendra Morgan, his high yellow sister. She married. I'm like, and I, as a man, if a woman, if my woman, I don't care what race she is, worry about another man, I'm like, wait a minute, baby, what about me? What about me? Why we supposed to be having sex right now? We married. We ain't fornicating. We ain't shacking. Why are you worried about this other man when he do his thing? Okay? Why, I mean, nasty people, why are you worrying about that? That's an insecure. And her husband ended up leaving her. See how ungrateful she was? She worried about this. And you know, I'm not saying all like this because you have beautiful Tasha K on YouTube. You don't know, she's not bashing Cardi B. She's not jealous of her. Y'all didn't stop that mess. This woman, man, an African man who love her for who she is and treat her the queen that she is, and she treat him as the king. You don't see her screaming and hollering. She living good. She living bubbly. She living good, and she ain't out there. Y'all don't want to bash her because she a beautiful dark-skinned sister who have pride in herself. But these folks, this plantation mentality, and when I see it here in Houston, this brother, talking about Mayor Turner, got plantation mentality to let this Hispanic man with some African DNA who don't look black, who Mexican and Cuban, whatever the heck Acevedo is, be rude, evil, orchestrate a hate crime, I'm calling it is, toward Andre Jackson. If he didn't kill this little boy, he didn't kill him. So that means somebody else out there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, a person, and of course he keeps his mouth shut. But if you've been falsely accused, you want to hear your side of the story. You want your side. You get my point. And it's funny, and like I said, folks say, look at this. You have a dark-skinned man who's in charge of this Hispanic man's job. He can fire Acevedo anytime he want to, but he's not trying to secure that. I'm sorry. I'm called like it is. It's funny how these people, same complexion. I'm sorry. I see in my own family. I have relatives who had this victimhood mentality and claim, oh, nobody love me. But when they get some power, oh, they acting just like what they can complain about. And then they project the same same doggone thing. And I see it with Thomas Sotomayor. I see it, what's the one who's Afro-Latino and Afro, Gilbert Arenas. This inferior complex is, since no one in love me, I'm going to just throw it on everybody's face. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be just 10 times as racist as the white man. Well, let me say this. You had W.E. Du Bois. W.E. Du Bois was on our side. If we would have followed W.E. Du Bois's plan, we would not be where we at. But everybody took Marcus Garvey's plan. And Marcus wasn't mixed, dark skin, because he had Irish ancestry, wasn't pure black, but came out looking pure black. From Jamaica, who messed up our civil rights movement. And guess who was friends with the KKK? Don't get me wrong, I know that Wallace Five from Nation Islam was a high up with straight hair and passed as white in a way. People thought he had dark eyes, dark hair, olive skin, that he was Hispanic or part Asian. But still, who started first? It was a dark skinned man from Jamaica who had a color complex because in Jamaica the one drop rule was not there. The lighter skinned folks have it better, and that's why folks out there bleaching their skin down there in Jamaica because it's been like that for years. It's still going on. Even Rastafarian, it doesn't matter. It's still going on down there. Then Spice, who from Jamaica on the Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta exposed that. Okay? No, Rastafarian stuff. And notice that everybody doing it because the people who believe in Rastafarian, I said, oh, I'm sorry. When we look at the media, I'm not in Jamaica, but they live in poverty. Nobody want to live in no shanty house and everything else. You can talk all that Afrocentric stuff. Nobody trying to live pro and running water. You talking about be okay with shut the heck up, trying to tell someone else's wealth and help with that mess. But anyway, as I was saying about the leadership in Christianity, is we have people love to ignore those verses about the 34 Ezekiel, we talk about the bad prophets. being evil, 1 to 4. And everybody ignore these verses, and people think that authority is supposed to be brutal and vicious. That's what the devil is. So that's what I'm gonna let y'all know. That's what I'm gonna let this video. But y'all think about that. How these people do not want to admit that their behavior is the reason why folks disrespect them. Just like Hitler. Hitler was a leader, okay? And like Gandhi. Gandhi was a good leader. Okay, I heard about he didn't have him like African people, black people, whatever. I'm not talking about him leading his Indian people to non-violent situation. We had Hitler was violent, brutal. They both was leaders. They used 2 different ethics. So don't mess that up with me, okay? That's all I gotta say.